On the streets, it's Catholic riots that feed Protestant fears. On Friday, Catholic mobs clash with troops in the Falls Road area. In this action, it seemed that the riot could have been controlled more quickly if there had been more troops. The fact is that every time the Catholics riot, more and more Protestants become convinced that Westminster is preventing the soldiers from taking effective enough action. It's not good enough, say the Protestants, simply to chase the rioters from street to street and leave them free to fight another day.
Mr. Reed! Mr. Reed!
Get them cameras away!
With more troops available, the army could, if it wanted, block off the side streets, close in and make more arrests. We filmed this action for 2 hours, and in that time, troops arrested only 4 rioters.
Oh, you live in there, do you? Right, all of you, come on. Come on. Right, you show them. Come on.
Go on.
Come on.
Let's go.
Between the soldiers and the Catholics get worse. Because of this, a growing number of Protestants believe the army would have nothing to lose by getting tougher with the rioters. In short, the Protestants believe that Westminster's policy of softly, softly with Catholic troublemakers has failed. With all these frustrations, some real, some exaggerated, the breaking point has come, even for moderate Protestants.
It was here at this field at the rear of Springfield Park that Father Mullen was shot. He'd been in his home about 150 yards away when word reached him that a man had been shot and wounded in the field. Father Mullen immediately left his house and rushed to the scene, braving a hail of crossfire as he did so. Waving a white handkerchief, he approached the wounded man. But as he did so, he was hit by a burst of automatic fire. He fell and began to crawl away, but was hit again. First aid men who'd seen the incident rushed forward to help him, but the gunfire continued. And an 18-year-old youth, Francis Reed, who'd also rushed to the scene, was shot through the head.
Cross couldn't get at him because they were pinned down with fire coming from the top of those houses out. You know?
They were still flaking the field when he was lying dead.
Dead.
And nobody was
That's
there.
correct.
What happened whenever the Red Cross finally did get to him?
They fired on the Red Cross.
They fired on the Red Cross. They kept firing. The army says, lay still. They put out in the later, lay still or you'll be shot.
If ever a man, there was a student Red Cross.
He's a Pakistani, Ali Akram.
If ever there was a brave man, that was a brave man. That man went into the field while they were firing on him and took the police body over his shoulders and carried it out and went back again and brought another boy out, the other dead boy out. And they were still firing at him when he was coming across.
I ask those who will quite sincerely consider the use of internment powers as evil to answer honestly this question: is it more of an evil than to allow the perpetrators of these outrages to remain at liberty? I cannot guarantee that the action we have now taken will bring this campaign swiftly to an end. We may yet have to endure as a community, but if we endure with courage and steadiness, the utter defeat of terrorism is sure.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. I'm on your side when times get rough, and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down.
The violent reaction to the introduction of internment without trial in the North, which is seen to be a deliberate decision by the Stormont administration to attempt the outright repression of the minority, is not surprising. But my government must make decisions in the light of the realities that exist, particularly so when emotions run high.
Comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh,
How many children do you have?
6.
And where will they all be going?
Somewhere down the south. We don't know where we're going yet.
And pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down.
This is your country as much as ours. The politicians in the south have let us down badly. It's up to you to come forward on your own bat. And if I might make so bold as to make an appeal to the Free State Army to disregard the orders of the politicians and rally to the support of our beleaguered people here in the north.
Do you think that this kind of limitation would be acceptable or possible in a democracy, say, like the United States?
Well, I can't speak of the United States. I speak of our own country, where we have conditions bordering on civil war in the north, where we have an organization which has received absolutely no democratic mandate whatever from the people of either the south or the north for their illegal activities, trying to influence the minds of young people in the way I've described. And we think that under the circumstances, the National Broadcasting Organization, while giving absolutely full and impartial reports of news in the north, should not permit this kind of propaganda presentation.
He just had the wet hanky and he came into the field and he put the hanky up and he moved into the field, and when he got into the field he bent over the fella. Well, I don't know whether the fella was dead or whether he was alive or not, but he bent over him and I think he was starting to give him absolution, you know, the last rites. And next thing he said, "Oh, I'm hit," you know, the priest. And he fell down and he got up again and he bent over the fella again and he got shot again and he fell. And that was all I seen, you know.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend, the end of our elaborate plans, the end of everything that stands, the end, no safety or surprise, the end. I'll never look into your eyes again. Can you picture what will be so limitless and free, desperately in need of some stranger's hand in a desperate land? Lost in a romance, wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane. All the children are insane. Waiting for the summer rain, There's danger on the edge of town. Ride the King's Highway, baby. Weird scenes inside the gold mine. Ride the highway west, baby. Ride the snake, ride the snake to the lake, the ancient lake, baby. The snake is long, 7 miles. Ride the snake. He's old and his skin is cold. The West is the best. The West is the best. Get here and we'll do the rest. The blue bus is calling us. wickedest. The killer awoke before dawn. He put his boots on. He took a face from the ancient gallery and he walked on down the hall. He went into the room where his sister lived, and then he paid a visit to his brother, and then he walked on down the hall, and he came to a door, and he looked inside. Father, yes, son, I want to kill you. Mother, I want to. Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us. Come on, baby, take a chance with us and meet me at the back of the blue bus. Do not blue rock on that blue bus. Do not. Come on, yeah.
Hello Charlie, Charlie 1, this is 0. Operation Banner is terminated. All call signs acknowledge, over.
Captain Paul Walkley rehearses the final order that ended the longest campaign in British Army history.
0 out.
Later tonight, the flag of the last operational brigade here will be lowered for the last time and then replaced. A symbolic changing of the guard. And new accommodation blocks are being built to house members of 19th Light Brigade who will arrive from bases in England and Scotland. It's the last stage in a long process of change. Bases have closed, now just empty shells. The watchtowers have also gone, and the last patrol has taken place. At the height of the Troubles, there were around 27,000 military personnel in more than 100 bases. In future, there will be no more than 5,000 soldiers in just 10 locations, and their role will be very different.
Our presence is here as part of the community now, not as part of the security forces. A very significant program of change has taken place here. 2 years ago we had 44 bases, all designed to support operations. Now we're down to around 10 bases. Certainly by the end of this year we'll be at 10 bases. And they're all primarily designed to support an army and air force that are operating elsewhere in Afghanistan and Iraq in support of foreign policy.
A new local brigade of the Territorial Army, 38th Irish, is also being established. It will be around 2,000 strong, raid on the streets here. The army has no plans to leave.